I was 35 years old when I came to the United States, so I had a kind of extended life in Hungary. I wasn't so young when I left Hungary. Back home, I was a lawyer, so I finished law school, and then I started to practice as a lawyer. And I worked mostly in the human rights field. I worked for a human rights organization called Hungarian Helsinki Committee. At this organization, I helped asylum seekers and immigrants who needed kind of legal help. Also, I had my private practice, so I was basically practicing in this area in the field of immigration. I didn't have any idea of moving abroad for a long term. I was thinking of moving somewhere else for a couple of years, but I had no plans on, leaving the country for good. However, actually, I met someone whom I started to date, and she lived in the United States. She's originally from Hungary, so that was the reason that I applied for a student visa, initially for 5 months. So I came to the United States for 5 months to see whether a personal relationship will work out or not. Soon we moved together, so I had to find out a way how to stay here in the country and not to become an illegal immigrant. So I transferred to college and I continued my studies. I completed 4 quarters at Foothill College, and then I went to law school. Meanwhile, we not just got together, we got married, and we started to have a family with my wife. When you came here to a new country, you just realize that you don't have that kind of social background which was given back home, because you grew up in a society. You got to know people from a very early age. If you meet someone on the street who is coming from the same elementary school, hi, how are you? You can start a conversation. But if you are in a new place, nobody are on the street with whom you have any common background. So I was an immigration lawyer back home in Hungary, and suddenly I find myself in the opposite side of the, of the table of a lawyer. So I was a client, I was seeking information, and I was applying for a status to stay in a country instead of supporting someone who wanted to stay in a country which I lived. What you have achieved here, you are always evaluating your life, that what would happen if I stayed back there, and would it be better now or not. So, but this is a kind of, in a sense, useless question, because it's so theoretical. You have one life and you have to go through those events in real time and in real place. I live with my family in San Jose, and I have a job in San Francisco. That means that basically on weekdays, most of the day I'm out of home. However, twice in a week in the morning I drop my kids. So basically, when I'm saying that I have a busy life, that on the weekdays, mostly I'm occupied with my job, and in the weekends, because my wife is working every other weekend, I'm with my kids. What I particularly like in the United States, that you can become a citizen of this country without giving up your, previous culture or cultures or past. So it's a civic country. It's not a country of one nation, but it's a country of people who believe in the same principles. So that's why you can be a very good citizen, meanwhile you can keep your traditional culture.